Well, howdy, 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 y'all. Teresa here, and little Missy Mama sleeping there on the floor, and Nixie's under the steering wheel most likely. And then, of course, you have La Charlie. Where La Charlie? Oh, him moving. You have Charlie where Charlie always is, and he has on his cooling towel right here, which is almost dry now, buddy. We're gonna have to get it wet again. Put it back on you. That does seem to help them. Let's see. Back up some of you guys see. Hey, Charlie, are you being silly? Hey, are you being silly, Charlie? Charlie. Oh, oh, we're moving. Oh, yes, we moved. Oh, my goodness, poor Charlie. Yep. So anyway, that's the critter cam on this fine day. It's the Thursday. Get you guys, see if I can get y'all situated here. Please stay. And I would like you to stay right where I put you for a change. Sorry about my hand. Woo! There. It's a little bit more. There we go. Hey, that'll work. Yeah, it can be about as good as it gets, guys. Yep, there. We got that. That works. Anyway, it is July 13th, 2017. It is Thursday afternoon. It is 4:12 p.m. on this very warm day. Let's pull up the weather here. This is one of my cooling handkerchiefs. It's got that gel that expands when it's wet. I don't really like it. It's slimy. Kind of feels slimy. I'm going to replace it with the water beads I bought yesterday that I showed you guys. So, anyway, and the other handkerchiefs have got hardly any of the gel in it. So I'm going to write and complain to them. I'm not happy with their product at all. Let me see. Pull up the weather. It is 89 degrees. Real feel is 105. The high will be 89. Low will be 77. It's humid out, so I mean it's okay. I mean we're making do. Of course, you hear the AC going on overhead, and I've got a great big fan too, and we got cooling handkerchiefs, cooling towels, and both big dogs have cooling towels on them. They don't seem to mind them at all. They just sit right there and have me put them on. I think it feels good to them. And I didn't put one on Missy because she's small enough and she's laying on. That's why she's been laying on the ground lately. She normally never lays on the ground, but it's cooler. So I made a little cheat sheet, which I know I haven't done in a while, but I feel like my videos have been getting kind of a little cray lately. So yesterday after I talked with you guys, which was late, Brad made fried rice. He used pork sausage in it, and a great big wonderful bag of Oriental vegetables with snap peas, which we really love, and it was very good. He took the rest of it today for to work for his dinner, and then he peeled and cored and cut up some apples. If you get some apples that just really aren't that flavorful, what we do is we go ahead and peel them and chop them, dice them up, or slice them and because we do use artificial sweetener. Um, uh, and that's just our preference. We put like cinnamon and equal, and we will microwave it. We'll cook it until it's done, and it's just like mock apple pie without the crust. So he did that. I didn't have any of it. Uh, he did, and the reason that he did that was I was doing the dishes and putting away dinner and everything while he was doing that. So he did that. I did a little bit more on my 5D diamond painting kit, and then I did some looming. I'm working right now on this hat. Not finished. It's almost finished. So, but yeah, it's a lot of nice bright colors and stuff. So anyway, I'm working on that currently, and I'm gonna finish that before I let myself start any more of the 5D, the next color. I slept really well last night. Brad slept really well. I've been working on, because I'm not getting quite as many hats done now because I'm not staying up. I was literally falling asleep while I was looming. I mean, I'm still getting a good number done, but now when I get tired of putting up the looming stuff, and I will play a few games on Facebook while I watch a few more YouTube videos, and that'll make me tired enough that then I go to sleep earlier. So that's good, and I think it's a lot better quality of sleep, so that's always a plus too. And what else? Brett slept really well last night too. He said it took a little bit to get comfortable, and get in the right position. But yeah, so that's always a plus when we both get good night's sleep. So did that today. I already cleaned house. I already vacuumed, dusted, feather dusted, did the windows, freshened up everything. I always go through with like a Clorox kind of a solution that, but it's a bleach that doesn't ruin the color, doesn't bleach stuff out, and then Febreze, and then I will always spray for bugs every couple of days. Um, so got all that done, everything all buttoned up and nice and stuff, and got that all done before Brad went to work. And then I just been was talking with Linda for a little bit, and then she got a phone call, and then I just started doing some loom knitting, and I thought, well, I was gonna wait until I finish this hat to talk to you guys, and I thought, well, I can do this and talk to you guys. I mean, I don't have a problem with that, and I don't think you guys have a problem with that. So that's what I'm doing. But I'm gonna finish this hat before I let myself do any more of the. I have to make myself. I have to make deals with myself, and I don't know if y'all are that way. I'm a very schedule oriented person. It doesn't mean that I can't just spur of the moment go and do something, because I can, but like I always like get my housework done first, and then I will finish whatever hat's on the loom, and then I will after I finish this hat, then I will let myself do some of the 5D, um, and then I will make sure I get a couple hours to work on that shawl that I'm making, and then when I go back to bed tonight, I will start on the 5D again, or I mean, no, the looming hats again. I'll start on something, right? So anyway, that's that's how I keep it in check, to do some fun things and do some things I need to do and stuff, because I did make a commitment to do the 50 hats for 50 states, and we're on month number 4, which is pretty cool. I'm making tacos for dinner tonight, and I always make it with a bit of pork sausage and some hamburger, and then a can of chili beans, with the sauce. And then I add taco seasoning and other spices and all of that. But it's a fast, easy meal. We both love tacos, so that's what we'll do. I was going to do a story time today, and what brought it up was the other day. Linda and I always are on the phone talking, and we were talking about her daughter, whose name happened to be Teresa, like mine. But her daughter, Teresa, has a real cute little dog named Kenzie, and she buys dresses and hair bows and stuff for Kenzie and dresses her up on the weekend. And she's showing me some pictures and short little videos, like Kenzie wearing a tutu and stuff. It was just the cutest thing ever. And it brought back a memory of when I was in junior high. And I was in junior high, and I was making my own money. I was babysitting all the time, and I was working at my grandfather's bowling alley also. I was only about I was 14 that summer, actually. And the reason I could work for my grandfather was because, being a relative. So I was waitressing up there. But anyway, my mother we had this little terrier dog named Jinxie. And I decided that, back then they didn't make dog dresses and stuff. And she was a female, and I decided I wanted to buy her. I wanted to dress her up. So I bought a few uh, newborn baby dresses. And I thought this was the coolest thing ever, right? Put them on her. Of course, first time I made the mistake, I'm young, made the mistake putting the panties on and couldn't believe it when she went outside and piddled in it, right? But anyway, I'm dressing her up, having a great time, putting her hair up and stuff. She's just cute as a dickens. My mom wasn't too happy about it, but So I went and bought a few more baby doll dresses next time I got paid. Or not baby doll, but baby dresses. And my mother proceeded to get mad. And I remember we had this great big piano. Well, it was an upright. It's not, like a great big, grand piano or anything. But anyway, I had those dresses up there. The brand new, still had the tags on them, right? My mother got mad and took their scissors and she cut them up right there in front of me. Just cut them to shreds. I was just heartbroken. I mean, because I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. I mean, it wasn't hurting the dog any. She looked cute, and stuff. And I mean, but yeah, she said she didn't want that dog wearing those, and she cut up those dresses, you know. So it was just, and it brought back a memory of that. Like I said, talking to Linda about her daughter and the cute little dog, because this dog has like maybe 30 some dresses or whatever. And, it's real cute, harmless fun. A lot of people do dress up their dogs, even their cats. I mean, I have friends on Facebook that make a living making dog dresses and stuff. And I mean, they make some really fancy ones. I mean, really, really cute ones. But yeah, but I just thought I would share that memory of, my mother cutting up all those dresses and stuff. And, you just couldn't have any fun. My mother never had a sense of humor at all. I never knew my mother to watch a comedy seriously. She never watched any sitcoms. She never watched any comedies. And she had control of the TV. Because we grew up in the era where there was one TV, right? And, you never watched anything, yeah. And everything it had to be exactly her way. So, you know, but I just thought I would share that memory of, you know, of that. I mean, I wasn't hurting anything, and I remember just feeling so brokenhearted watching her, take those scissors. She had a great big pair of scissors with black handles and just cut those dresses all up. Made me go through them away, you know. And like I said, I didn't know I was doing anything wrong at that point in time. She also had me giving the dog haircuts and stuff, and I would do a cute little kind of a classic terrier cut with the bottom skirt and stuff. And so and I've always been very close with the animals and stuff. And I guess it made me think of it because these are our babies, and you guys know that that's why we chose to live in an RV and stuff, is because of the animals, and I would continue to live in this RV. I will before I ever give them up, and like that, the cooling cloths and putting ice in their water and that kind of stuff. But some people are just very unhappy people. It's a beautiful day, although it's very warm. Tonight, I'll take the dogs out tonight later on because Brad's, working a long shift. And then I'll go over and take care of the cat. That poor cat's really getting quite desperate for human companionship, because me going over and spending 10 minutes with that cat is not really enough for a cat that's been alone for about a good, at least, probably about a good 2 months. And, the cat really starting to wear on a cat. Last night, the cat accidentally scratched me, and he's never scratched me before, and it wasn't like he was scratching me in defense or anything. He didn't want me to put him down. He was on my lap. He was up on my chest, and went to lift him down, and he just dug his claw in, you know, and he just didn't want me to put him down. Poor little guy. I feel so bad, you know. It's kind of in a predicament that you can't really talk to the owner when the owner is grieving and honestly really isn't in his right mind right now, and he'll even tell you that. Because what you also don't know is that it's not just that his wife just died from pancreatic cancer. His daughter-in-law is fighting lung cancer, and she's a young woman, and she's never smoked. But she got diagnosed with cancer before my friend Sheila got diagnosed with a pancreatic cancer. Been going through the chemo and the whole bit, and they thought she was doing okay, but like a week after Sheila passed away, she got put back in the hospital because you know, it's resurfaced and stuff. So that family really going through a lot, and they have 2 little girls, so that's sad, you know. So anyway, I hope everybody's having a great day, and I hope that you are cool and dry wherever you are. Um, you know, and I hope you're having fun. And remember that, you know, I was talking with Linda, and she said she wished I would have been her sister growing up because she knows some of the stuff I went through growing up, and if I hadn't gone through that stuff, I wouldn't be so appreciative of my friends now, because I never thought I would have such um, a wonderful group of friends that all surround me, and I don't feel lonely like I used to, and that's just really a wonderful thing. So anyway, this is the hat coming along. I said I probably have, I would say, probably a good another 10 rows on it to do, and then it will all be done, and it will be another hat in the, I'll show it to you tomorrow when it's done, but it'll be another hat going into Idaho. So love you guys, and do cherish your friendship so much, and I think you guys are awesome, and I will talk to you tomorrow.